Okay, now we're going to look at 10b. Okay, the standard 10b states to demonstrate knowledge of the basic concepts and processes related to energy flow in ecosystems and how organisms use energy. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. Okay, first, it's cause and effect is some of your concepts. We're looking at concepts. Cause and effect, systems, structure and function, energy and change. Okay. You need to know to be successful with this standard about the concepts and processes that use energy flow in ecosystems. You need to know how organisms use energy, and you need to know all aspects of the ecosystem and organisms. Your skill is to demonstrate knowledge, and your targeted cognitive process is to demonstrate. You're demonstrating what you know about this specific topic, okay? Core tasks. The steps you need to take are to understand the concept, to research the concepts and processes related to energy flow in ecosystems. All right, so let's look at some of our resources here to help us get a better picture of the standard. We're looking at energy flow. And ecosystems and how organisms use energy. So here is the energy flow. Let's see. All right. So producers are the energy gateway. Producers are self-feeding organisms that make their own organic molecules from carbon dioxide. Okay, so they use light energy to build sugars out of carbon dioxide. The energy is stored in the chemical bonds in the molecules, which are used as fuel and building material by the plant. The energy stored in organic molecules can be passed to other organisms in the ecosystem. When those organisms eat plants, these are the consumers, right? All the consumers or heterotrophs of an ecosystem, including herbivores, carnivores, and decomposers, rely on the ecosystems producers for energy. So the consumers are relying on your producers to get their energy. Okay? And the photoautotrophs, like plants, use light energy. Okay? If the plants or other producers of an ecosystem were removed, there would be no way for energy to enter the food web, and the ecology community would collapse. That's because energy isn't recycled. Instead, it's dissipated as heat as it moves through the ecosystem and must be constantly replenished. So here's a good visual for you to look at this, okay? So energy can't be cycled again, right? It just kind of almost like evaporates. But dissipates into heat. It turns into heat. So energy flows in as sunlight and out as heat. So it comes in as sunlight. Here's your sun. It's coming in as sunlight to our ecosystem, and then it flows out as heat. So it's kind of like steaming off as heat. And the heat can come off the trees. You see there where the heat is dissipating. Here comes the energy down from the sun. It's going through the plant, right? It goes to the trees, to the flower, to the grass. Here's our bunnies, herbivores. They're eating the grass. They're gaining the energy, right? And so on and so on. So it's not a continuing cycle because it comes down from the sun, okay? But it goes through the sun to the plants. Plants feed the animals, feed us, and that gives us energy, okay? So that's part of it. Let's look at the next one. And this is again telling us about how the plants capture the sun's energy and use it to synthesize complex, energy-rich molecules. Okay, and from molecules of carbon dioxide and water. Because plants and other photosynthetic organisms use energy from the sun and inorganic molecules from the environment to produce organic molecules needed for life, they are called producers. And the organisms that consume the producers are called consumers, and they derive energy and materials from breaking down the producers' molecules. Okay, and it just keeps going on. They use their own structures, and then they may be consumed by other organisms. Decomposers obtain the energy they need to live from chemical bonds of the dead and waste matter. The energy is transferred both to the decomposers and to the ecosystem. So the energy is transferred to the decomposers for growth and development, and to the ecosystem as heat energy. Okay. So food webs and energy pyramids are models or representations that can be used to track the flow of energy in the ecosystem. Food webs detail the flow of energy through the population and the ecosystem, whereas the pyramid model quantifies the flow of energy through various levels in the ecosystem. So unlike matter, energy flows through an ecosystem in one direction. So again, this is showing it's not a cycle, it's one direction the energy comes in. From photosynthetic organisms to herbivores to omnivores to carnivores and decomposers. Less and less energy becomes available to support life. This loss of usable energy occurs because each energy transfer results in the dissipation of some energy into the environment as heat. Continual input of energy from sunlight is necessary to keep ecosystems organized and functioning. So sunlight is our main source of energy in this process. Okay. And again, that was 10B.